Good evening. Welcome to our Facebook Live broadcast with the Allegheny County and Covington City Public Schools and Jackson River Technical Center. Our goal tonight is to provide you with the latest information and planning for the continued education of our students for the remainder of this school year and planning for the summer and 2020-2021 school year. Tonight we have Covington City Superintendent Melinda Steve Johnson, Allegheny County Public Schools Superintendent Gene Katolka, and the Jackson River Technical Center Director Glenn Spangler here to help in providing you this information. During tonight's Facebook live stream, you're encouraged to submit questions. To do so, you'll need to submit questions through the Allegheny County Public Schools Facebook page. Once again, a recording of this presentation will be made available on the division's website at the conclusion of this stream. At this time, we will turn this presentation over to Superintendent Katolka.
Good evening. This is Gene Katolka, the Superintendent of Allegheny County Public Schools. We are here tonight to share with our students, our parents, and staff at Allegheny County Public Schools the plans for finishing this school year, our plans for summer school, and our plans for beginning the next school year, and also an opportunity for everyone to ask questions. I just want to remind everybody, during the live broadcast, we would like everyone to only submit questions and not respond to others in order for our staff to be able to collect those questions. I want to thank everyone in the community for their hard work in making the best of a very tough situation. Students, parents, and staff are working together to keep learning in the forefront for our children. The efforts and the results have been absolutely terrific. We may not be perfect, but kudos to everyone for working together to ensure learning continues for our children. Tonight, I'd like to give a special shout out to all our food service and transportation employees, our custodians, our maintenance and mechanical employees, and others who have assisted with the food delivery to our children. You are all awesome. Also, a special shout out to all our teachers for breaking down the barriers, the creativity, and the perseverance to continue instructing our students during this interesting times. The videos that I have seen that our staff have done have been absolutely fantastic. I have 3 points tonight to make. First, I want to talk about completing this school year. Students will continue their virtual learning via Echo at Allegheny High School, via Google Classroom at Clifton Middle School, and the packets for our elementary school students. It is vital, and I emphasize, it is vital for students and parents to complete the instructional material, whether it's through virtual learning or through our packets. Student participation is expected. Students and parents need to be aware that failure to complete the assignments may result in educational learning gaps for their children, which may affect graduation status and movements into the next grade level or class. Second, what about preparation for summer school? If schools are allowed to reopen during the summer, Allegheny County Public Schools will host a full summer school program. Students who may be required to attend summer school will be contacted in mid-May. Students who do not complete assignments may also be requested to attend summer school. The summer school session will operate from July 6th through July 29th. Again, through July 6th begins and ends on July 29th. Summer school at Allegheny High School will start at 8 a.m. and finish at 1 p.m. each day, Monday through Thursday, with breakfast and lunch provided. Students at Clifton Middle School and our elementary schools will start at 8 a.m. and finish at 11:45 a.m., again with lunch and breakfast provided. The third point tonight is this. What preparation is our staff completing for next year? Should school not open on time next year or close after school opens, the Allegheny County Public School staff is creating a work group to provide virtual instruction to all students. The work group has been charged with reviewing our current practices, what worked well and what didn't work well, the barriers, and develop a plan to implement in the fall should schools not open or close after opening. Administrators, teachers, students, and parents will be part of this work group and will be asked to develop this plan completed by about the middle of June. Hopefully we will open on time. Lastly, a graduation ceremony will be planned for July 11th, 2020 at 10 o'clock on Mountaineer Field. Should schools not be open at that time, the ceremony will still be held, but it will be a drive-through ceremony through the town of Clifton Forge. Just as a reminder, on our webpage, we do have frequently asked questions, a fact document that parents and students may access through a link at any given time. The fact document will be updated every Thursday, and updates will be shared with our parents and students through a school messenger announcement. Thank you. Ms. Steve Johnson.
Thank you. Good evening. On behalf of the Covington City Public School Board, we would like to thank our families and guardians for their positive response to our 2 learning plans, our March review of instruction, and our new continuity of learning instruction that was released on April the 2nd. All of our plans are now on our Covington City School website for families to review. I'd also like to do a similar shout out to thank all of our staff who provide feeding, our bus drivers and our cafeteria workers who are working daily to provide those meals. I'd like to thank our instructional staff and our administrative staff who strive daily to be positive in this uncertain time. And again, we appreciate the support of our school community in this uncertain time. We hope our families and our students are healthy and safe. There are many, many CPS staff members who continue to work behind the scene each and every day to make sure this monumental task that we've never been challenged to do before is successful. So as we continue to complete this semester, we would appreciate the assistance of our families to complete the work assigned so that we can see how each student is responding to the continuity of learning plan that we have put in place at each of our schools. And I just have a few reminders for our families. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. If you need assistance, please email your needs at these addresses. For Edgemont families, our website, our email address is epsinfo@covington.k12.va.us. For our Jeter Watson families, if you need assistance, would you please email jwisinfo@covington.k12.vs. And if your student is a Covington High School student, it is chsinfo@covington.k12.va.us. And our Covington School Board also has a page for emails to be submitted. It is chsinfo@covington.k12.va.us. Someone will return and respond to your questions. Also, staff at our school board office at 965-1400 will assist families, our students, with questions and direct you to the right individual for an answer as soon as possible. Another reminder to our families, because we are trying to make daily contact or weekly contact in some situations, if you would happen to change your phone number during this time, would you please email your new number to the email for your school, as we strive to make sure that we can reach every family. And we have been very, very pleased with the response from our families as we make those phone calls. We are also taking enrollments right now for our pre-K and our K programs for the 2020 and 2021 school year. Enrollment information is on our website, again, www.covington.k12.va.us, and paper packets can be picked up at our school board office at 340 East Walnut Street. We continue our feeding program, and again, we are very, very pleased with the outpouring from the community and the number of people who have made donations to our feeding efforts. But we do feed daily with grab-and-go meals from 11:15 to 12:15, Monday through Friday at Covington High School parking lot, Edgemont Church parking lot, and McAllister Church parking lot. And we would love to see your family come and take advantage of these meals. We also continue to provide our families information on our website. We have a section, COVID-19 updates, and we are trying to keep that updated frequently, and we are planning to post an FAQ document on our website soon. We've been making very, very many school messenger calls to let our families know what's going on. And we also have plans to celebrate the class of 2020 We are saddened that they will not get the same opportunities that many of our other graduating classes have had. We are planning for a graduation ceremony on July 31st, 2020. We hope we are able to hold that event. Our plans for proms and things of celebrations are being considered still, and we will update families as we have that information. And finally, Covington City Public Schools continues to be committed to providing the appropriate learning opportunities for our students. Summer programs and reopening of schools is being discussed by our administrative team. Plans, of course, are contingent upon the executive orders of Governor Northam. We want to hear what date when those dates and those orders will allow us to pursue educational opportunities in our school buildings. Our administrative team has begun efforts to discuss various scenarios, such as Mr. Katolka explained, that will allow us to respond appropriately when the time allows us to reopen schools. We plan to meet weekly to discuss the efforts required to open our schools. These plans include a possible summer school, possible delayed opening, a change of our school calendar. All these things are being discussed weekly and plans are being made. We wish we were holding classes in our schools, but we are not able at the moment. We miss our students and hope that there will be good news to share in the very near future about the possibility of reopening Covington City schools and all the schools in Virginia and the Allegheny Highlands. And I'd like to thank Allegheny County Public Schools for hosting this evening's events from same as last time. Thank you.
Mr. Spangler?
All right, good evening. Like both school divisions, the staff at Jackson River Technical Center has been working hard to bring this new kind of learning out to our students as well. You know, our students are used to getting that hands-on, and now they're just stuck at home having to do the academic work. But the academic work is very important for what we have to do. You know, like I said in my school messenger 11 days ago, communication is the biggest issue, the biggest thing that we need to take care of at this time. Our teachers have 3 different emails. I posted a form of that on our website that shows for our Covington students the 21st Century Learning email, our Allegheny students the Allegheny email, and the regular JRTC teacher email. All 3 of those are listed on there. Our students, we need to have them communicating with our teachers. If they have other avenues that they have been using, like Facebook and Google Classroom, Remind or such, you know, keep working through those. Whatever avenues you may already have working, please keep working in that way with your teachers. Otherwise, let's work through your emails. We need students to check them daily. I know maybe Allegheny High School teachers or Covington High School teachers don't ask you to communicate that way all the time. But for us, that's our only way to get into you for some of you. So please make sure that students are communicating with our teachers daily. The goal that we're working on for the remainder of this year is to complete as many of the competencies as possible. Our program, just like SOLs with school divisions, we have competencies that we need to meet in each class, each program. And that's what we're working on right now. We need to get that 80% completion for each of those areas. For students that don't have the internet access, you know, I've mentioned before, please let us know so we can get you those alternative learning packets. We'll get those out to you. For students that have Chromebook problems, for Allegheny County, please check with Allegheny County if you have any issues. If any Covington students have any items that they have been giving for this, please check with Covington to see what items you might have that would need help with that. If you were asked to pick up a book, and I know some of you still haven't because they're sitting out in our front lobby, please stop by and pick up the book for the few programs that you needed to have that to go along with it. Our coursework, we're working on many different avenues. You know, some is with the book and the chapters, some are being emailed to them, you know, some are being given out in other ways. We have an iGrade database that we use at JRTC, and we have a lot of our information on there that students log into that. They can get to their information. Teachers can get the information from there. Videos are there and so forth. We have other types of assignments being emailed. In some of our programs, we already have an online presence. With our automotive program, we have something called Today's Class that the state provides. That's a great program for our automotive students to use. We've done ladder safety and different OSHA stuff, online programs also, and other things out there. Our JRTC students, this fourth 9 weeks, is determining how far we can get and where we are at the end of this. We are working on grading your assignments and getting that information all listed down for this fourth 9 weeks. So we need you to be working. But the grade is not the only thing. A lot of our JRTC students, your grades are working great already at the end of that third 9 weeks, but you're halfway through your competencies. And the competency is what counts. So if you do not get the competencies completed this year, when we return next year, whatever competencies haven't been met will need to be met. And that means we may be losing more lab time to catch up on the academic time that we're losing right now. So let's stay the course. Let's get done what we can while we have the time. Come next fall, when you're involved in everything else, you don't have the time for catch up. This is the time you have right now to do it. So let's work on getting everything done at this time. Some students were failing. We need to make sure we get those grades up to get it to a passing grade. For my seniors getting ready to leave, a reminder I want to put out there, you may have a passing grade, but if you are not a 77 average or above, then you will not get the JRTC certificate. So please work as hard as you can to get above that average. For our underclassmen, as I mentioned here earlier, those that are in level 1 and level 2 looking to come back, we need you to be working to complete the competencies at this time so that we can move forward next year and make it a smooth transition. All of our classes are going to have a certain amount of catch-up just because of what we are losing, but let's minimize that and take care of everything we can right now. So it's just not about the grade, it's about getting the competencies completed. Students that have signed up for dual enrollment, reminder, make sure you're getting all that done. Check with your teachers if you have any information there. So again, communication, as I said, is the most important thing. Let's do the best we can to communicate. I do have a few things on my website, like I said, the email addresses and a document that I put out after my meeting, after my call last week, that both divisions let me get onto their school messenger. I appreciate that for your help. And I can make messages that way for you all when we need to, but I don't want to overload the system. But when there's an important call that needs to come out, I will make that call. So thank you for letting us work this, and if you have any questions, please let me know.
If I may add one thing that I left out. We are currently going to begin conducting a survey, and I think this is very, very important, and Ms. Snead Johnson mentioned this, and so did Mr. Spangler. We need accurate email and accurate phone numbers, and because this survey, what we need to find out is what type of connectivity do you have in your household for internet service, or if we have no internet service. And we need to know that by house, family by family. And why this is important is that the federal government and the state government are planning to provide additional funding for connectivity in the rural areas. And so over the next month, we will be getting that information in the Allegheny Highlands for all of our students. And so please let us know that. I know Mr. Allman in the IT department will be working diligently to obtain that information. Thank you.
And yesterday at our administrative team meeting, we had the same similar discussion, and when our teachers call families this week and the coming weeks, they will be asking families, do they have internet connections in their home, and do they have devices for their students? So we'll be conducting the same type of survey information. It is important that we reach every family during this time to make sure we are providing the services that they need. So thank you.
And I know all of us want to truly provide 100% virtual capability for all our students in the Highlands, whether it's related to us or Covington or Jackson River. And so that information that we're collecting is very, very important. Thank you.